Hey, welcome. Today we're diving into a really interesting traditional herbal remedy for urinary tract inflammation, pulling our information straight from a source text. Now, just a quick reminder, of course, this is all for informational purposes. It's not a substitute for professional medical advice. Okay, with that said, let's get into it and see what this traditional approach is all about. So the text we're looking at today jumps right in, tackling a problem a lot of people face, finding relief from urinary tract inflammation. But before you can get to a solution, you've got to know what you're looking for, right? You need to identify the signs first.
So, what exactly are those signs? Well, according to this source, the very first step is always understanding the specific symptoms that this particular remedy is designed to address.
The source actually pinpoints 4 key indicators here. You've got the more obvious ones like cloudy urine and painful urination, but it also connects those to feelings that affect your whole body, like some mild swelling and just a general sense of fatigue. And these are the exact things this remedy is meant to tackle. Okay, so now that we've kind of defined the problem, the source makes a pivot. It moves us toward the solution. So what does this traditional herbal approach actually suggest we do? And this brings us to the remedy itself. We're talking about a specific herbal formula that's prepared as a tea. So let's break down exactly what goes into it. You know, any remedy is really all about its ingredients, isn't it? And this source text is super specific, outlining 4 key components that make up this tea. So here's the breakdown, the exact recipe. We have 20 grams of Desmodium, also known as Jin Qian Cao, and the same amount, 20 grams, of corn silk, or yumisu. Then those are paired with 2 ingredients from the Plantago family. You've got 12 grams of the seed, which is Qian Zi, and another 12 grams of the herb itself, Made. The main thing to notice here is just how precise these quantities are. All right, so we've got the ingredients. The next big question is, how do you actually make the tea? Turns out the process laid out in the text is, well, it's remarkably simple. And here are the instructions, just 2 clear steps. First, you combine all 4 of those herbs and you boil them down. And you keep boiling until the liquid reduces down to about 1 bowl's worth. And step 2, just as direct, drink that tea twice a day. See? Very straightforward. So let's connect the dots for a second. The problem we started with is inflammation and discomfort. The remedy's action, in traditional terms, is described as clearing heat and detoxifying. Now that phrase, clearing heat, is a concept often used to talk about reducing inflammation and basically cooling the body down. So this really bridges the what with the why. So after seeing the ingredients and how to prepare it, we finally get to the main event. What is this tea actually supposed to do for the body? Yeah. What is the ultimate goal here? According to the text, the effects it's aiming for are pretty specific. And here's the payoff. The source lists 4 intended effects. First up, it promotes urination, which helps to flush the system. Second, it works to clear heat, which, as we said, is about tackling that inflammation. Third, it specifically aims to reduce kidney inflammation. And finally, it helps the body detoxify. This is the complete picture, the full solution offered for those symptoms we saw at the beginning. And to put it as simply as possible, here it is as a direct quote from the source. It's just a really powerful and direct summary of what this remedy is all about. And that brings our breakdown to a close. It's a really specific and structured approach from a traditional text, isn't it? It kind of leaves us with this big, compelling question. Could this kind of ancient herbal wisdom still hold valuable perspectives for our own modern wellness? Something to think about. Thanks so much for tuning in.